Happy New Year to everyone and IIBA India 2022, the professional development webinar. Today we are going to cover the topic value proposition of IIBA membership and certifications. This is what I'm going to cover today. And here, just I want to give little bit about IIBA India, and also I want to have an announcement that uh, Sanjay Kumar, who is the president of IIBA Bangalore chapter, is a regional director of IIBA. And this year we have, our core focus, our core theme is engaging community members. We are going to have a continuous engagement today. We are going to have it today. And IIBA India unifies the business analyst through community of practice, irrespective of role across India, with the support of Global Chapter Council and IIBA Global Chapter and Membership Leadership Team. So I'm going to talk about today little about vision of IIBA, and we shape the practice of business analysis to achieve better enterprise outcome. I mean, we have, from the earlier point, what we wanted to do is we wanted to build more of practitioners. That's a vision in which we have kept up our mission where we lead the global business analysis community and professional standard so that every person achieves more. Because end of the day, we are going to become more of member-centric organization. And when we make you as a professional practitioner, we also wanted to give as many tools, templates, how to do guides or videos, and then resource guide, all these things we want to provide. That's what our mission is all about. Values, see, we listen to you because we want to be as fair as possible, and we are considerate, and we tell the truth, what is right for you and what right for us. So we follow through the excellence, and we don't strive for perfection, and we work together, learn from and value each other. These are all the same value IIBA India also will follow, which we derive from IIBA Global. And then comes to a little bit highlights about our IIBA India 2021. And IIBA India was the biggest membership in the harmonization project in IIBA Global. Biggest contributor is IIBA India in terms of compliance, in terms of membership engagement. Wherever we could do our best, and we had 50 plus volunteers to provide that. And last year, it's not me alone. And behind me, there are presidents, board of directors, volunteers, all of them together. We have created a great value. We also had the fifth edition of IIBA annual conference. And above all, we had, 1800 plus IIBA members, 100 plus IIBA certifications. We had study groups, both CPOA and CBAP study groups, and 30 plus professional development sessions. These are all, and also IIBA Global introduced that, operational standard, and we strive to comply that operational standard, and we want to bring that global flavor in India. Thereby what happens, see, we also, thereby every business analyst who are from India, who are certified from India, they have the complete global perspective, as well as they understand Indian specific culture and needs. This is what we want to do. Above all, I just want to share with you is that, IIBA has introduced something, knowledge hub, and a small introduction about the knowledge hub. This is a knowledge hub where you need not have Babok, is completely digitized, and it is available in terms of scenarios, use cases. Everything is available in the knowledge hub. Thereby what happens, it becomes a ready reference for you. All that you need is that you have to become an IIBA member, and this is one thing is phenomenal from the IIBA Global and IIBA Global call this as a kind of a digital experience or DX. They call it as DX. DX is nothing but digital experience, and they have introduced this digital experience, and with that, what really happening is that people are going to have a global resources at your mobile, and knowledge hub can be accessed through mobile, access through your laptop. This is what ready referrer earlier it was happening. You had only a business analysis body of knowledge. I'm also going to, in the later of my session, I'm going to apply the business analysis of body of knowledge. This is also they are going to take use cases and scenarios, and they are going to discuss on that in terms of videos, in terms of all these things. They are going to do it. This is one great thing happened in terms of what you call the new way of looking at. And IIBA Global and IIBA India is building a digital ecosystem model, where in which wherever you are and you get what you need, and while you are getting into your career actions. This is what we are trying from the 2022. And then there are 9 core focus for our IIBA India chapter. We are going to continue to do a research on 50 trending topics in business analysis. And IIB India annual conference will be scheduled on July 21, 22, Thursday and Friday. We are going to schedule. And there are 12 professional development webinar. You are lucky enough to attend your first webinar. Today, January 1st webinar is this about IIBA membership and value proposition, a chapter value proposition, as well as the certification value proposition. This is what now you are listening. It is going to be every third Saturday, and we could not make it this month, third Saturday, because 15th being and Shankranti, that day we could not. That's the reason we have put this here, fifth Saturday. But next month onwards, it will be third Saturday, and there will be 24 physical event subject to the COVID situation. Every chapter will conduct 4 events, local face-to-face events in a year. You have seen Knowledge Hub, as well as I'm going to demonstrate that LMS-driven study group for CBA, BCBA, almost all core certifications as well as the micro certifications. You will have an online study group from IIB India. There is a mentoring initiatives. We are going to have, there will be a mentor-mentee for the IIBA certification aspirants. We are going to provide this. It's only India-specific one. And then IIBA India campaign. See, we wanted to reach at least 10,000 business analysts across India, and chapter complied to the operational standard, of course. We want to see that the hygiene factors are taken care. And then we adding value to IIBA Global Awards by introducing the regional IIBA India Awards to recognize chapters and volunteers. These are all the core focus we have kept inside our, the 22 priorities. So you will have, continuous value will be delivered to you as a member of a chapter and as a member of IIBA. Above all, you hope you must be knowing that, once you become an IIBA member, automatically you become a chapter member also. You need not pay anything extra for there is no separate. Earlier it was there. In 2021, it has been removed. These are all the areas in which we are going to do it. Now I'm coming back to the real topic. What is the value proposition for IIBA membership value proposition? See, there is a IIBA members. You generally the myth is that I get some discounted certification exam fee. For that only I attend. I become a member. That's because it's not bad on your part or my part. It is because people do not know that actually there is no awareness. And now I'm just to walk you through what kind of value we are going to get it through this IIBA membership list. See, I'm just walking through directly. I'm walking through the website, and I wanted to show you or demonstrate you that what is the real membership, this thing which you are going to get it. See, this is a membership benefit. It's not just a discounted certification. See, you have your own profile. You can build your member profile, and that member profile is have all lot of digital badges to you, and then you will get a career growth and support, and you have an opportunity to networking and community across the world, because it is, wherever you are today, you are here, tomorrow you are in Canada, you are in US, anywhere you are there, you are connected to the respective chapter, and once you become a member, any chapter, any activity, you are free to attend. And then of course business analysis of body of knowledge also as part of this. And then there is something called this knowledge hub. Just now I was showing you, but I'm going to walk you through that, applied business analysis body of knowledge. What is it actually? There is an enhanced career action guide, and there are global webinars. It's not about India, it's a global webinars. There is a public member centric webinar, and then there is a agile extension access, and there is a self assessment tool. And this self assessment tool know exactly where you are standing. Once again, this is members exclusive, and many people don't even know. And there is that, exclusive events, and then there is a community portal, where in which, any business analyst across the world, almost somewhere around 25 to 30,000 business analysts, you get connected to them actually. Then of course that, business data analytics or whatever the micro certification. Above all, this, this online library, I'm not getting into. There are something like 11,000 online titles and hundreds of business critical topics is already available. It is completely free. This access, this online thing is free. And then there is something called BAM, Business Analysis Magazine, and there is a competency model. Even you can get that competency model also. You can just go through and see that in terms where you are standing on. And then there is a career action guide also now available. And the career action guide is that you always use stuck what to do next. And when you are getting into that, it will help you to, based on the current situation, it identify your strength and weakness, and then it will help you to get where you want to get it. And I mean, if you, little clarity, the direction will be set for you through enhanced career action. I will cover little bit about that also, the latter part of my presentation. And there is a member only white papers, thought leaders, they wrote white papers, studies, case studies, and there are a lot of research papers also published here. And these can be used for you for your day-to-day work actually. And that it is all evidence-based practice, and with quoting the source, that, because IIBA, the major idea of IIBA is to provide the golden standard in business analysis practice. So everywhere, and this is all not by, and the best of the best organizations are operating. And above all, there is a best practices for business analysis. I mean, this is also exclusive membership access. Best practices for business analysis is that, so anywhere you want to get that, the practice, and then you will get different tools, tips, tools, templates. For example, you want stakeholder mapping, and you need a template, or you need a simple this thing. It is completely available. Once again, this is all member centric access actually. So these many, so generally the myth, or the, I mean, it is very unfortunate that, these many benefits are available for just $50. And moreover, one more great advantage we have is we come under region 3, and first year we pay $55, and next year onwards we continue to pay only $50 kind of this thing. So this might, I mean, we need to leverage this. But for that, partially what we thought, myself and Sanjayji, we thought that, how do we get continuous engagement, so that these resources, I mean, we have to create an opportunity as a local India chapter. We need to create an opportunity to bring those benefits to you locally. Because first, how we do it? We do it first to uh, giving you the awareness sessions like this, professional development webinar. Then we will do different, face-to-face sections, and I mean at your place wherever you are available, and there is a continuous engagement. This is what we are trying to do through this. Of course, that you get discounted certification exam fees and all these things are there, but beyond that, I mean, you should become a practitioner. That is what our intention is, or our genuine intention is, to you become a practitioner, and you should build your practitioner view based on the resources we are giving, or the guidance we are giving. You are going to do it. This many members, I mean, value proposition or benefits are there for you. Now I'll just take one more this thing, that apply the business analysis body of knowledge. I want to drill down one particular area. Is it whatever I said is true or not? I don't want to get into every level. I want to take you one particular area and show you that applied business body of knowledge. So business, and what we went back and we gave a feedback to the IIBA is that business analysis body of knowledge is very academic. Actually, it's a theory. We need practical application of that particularly. So what I mean, how they responded is, just I'll take you through. I mean, I know that I mean, this page may not be available now. See here, you see, under this Babok applied, under that stakeholder analysis. First, what they say is what we mean by stakeholder analysis. Then it give how to maintain, how to define, identify the group and analyze the stakeholder. There is a video which is, what is the life cycle of the stakeholder analysis. And then, I mean, just for
Stakeholder analysis is critical for the success of any initiative or project. Success depends on your stakeholder relationships. Stakeholders are people that are directly or indirectly impacted by the change. They will have various degrees of involvement and influence for the initiative's success. You need to identify who they are and what groups need to be represented, their level of involvement as well as their impact, and how often and how you communicate with them. The stakeholder analysis approach establishes and maintains effective working relationships with the stakeholders. The stakeholder analysis cycle has three main activities: defining groups and identifying stakeholders, analyzing stakeholders, and maintaining stakeholder analysis. These activities may need to be updated throughout the initiative. Defining groups and identifying stakeholders. This initial activity considers the groups of stakeholders relevant to each project or initiative, and then targets the specific people within those groups that are stakeholders. Analyzing stakeholders. Using the output of the define and identify stakeholders, you need to define the attributes of the stakeholders to understand their impacts, influence, and needs throughout an initiative. You can create a list, a stakeholder matrix placing people in the quadrant that matches their impact and influence level, a RACI to clarify who is responsible, accountable, to be consulted, and to be informed. You may also want to develop a persona for specific groups to help you get a sense of how they will respond to changes. Throughout your initiative, you need to maintain your stakeholder activities and update any of the documents you created, including onion diagrams, lists, a stakeholder matrix, the RACI, or personas. You may get feedback during meetings, and you can also conduct surveys, a risk and issues management assessment, or a lessons learned workshop. By following the stakeholder analysis approach, you will have the stakeholders needed, and you'll understand what they need, as well as their influence and impact, which in turn will result in success. Please visit the IIBA website to learn more. You can also download a case study on stakeholder analysis for a government agency, or use the communication plan template to effectively get information to your stakeholders.
see, this is how to simple how to guides. Then you will get I mean, you'll get the resources here: communication plan template, stakeholder list or map, then stakeholder, these many templates. Thereby, what happens, you can directly download those things. With that, it's an applied one. See here, with that, what really happening here is that not only you know what is stakeholder analysis, you experiment what it is within your organization, and then I mean, of course, this is only a template. You can customize according to your requirement. This is the way the applied stakeholder analysis is going and getting in actually. This is all available, but I think in a way, unless otherwise we don't create awareness like this, and conduct a professional development webinar like this, we may not be even knowing this actually. This is what we are telling about in that particular, I mean, value proposition of IIBA membership. Of course, certification of examination fees, definitely you people know that you get a separate, I mean, you will get a discount actually. And this, I know, I mean, if you get in each different area uh, in the certification fees, see, there is an application fee, exam fee, there is a member and non-member fee, and thereby these discount also. Generally, what really happens is that uh, people know this. Most of you know this. Like I'm just trying to share this is one. Most of us think that only this is available, but more than money, the kind of template, resource guide, how to videos, that makes very big difference in our day-to-day activity. Because end of the day, we are getting certified. I mean, we are only solving the problem of entry barrier. Like, if somebody is saying that you are CBAB certified, but after certified, CBAB certified, but you don't even understand after some time what is stakeholder analysis. You don't have proper template, and you are not making use of it. Ultimately, that there is no outcome from your certification, except that certification. For example, I have a learner license of my driving license, but I don't have a car, or even if I have a car, I don't drive. My driver drives the car. What is the point? And that is where most of us we are getting stuck here. So I recommend, and I strongly recommend, huge resources are available. We are going to bring different themes, different, each chapter is going to take different themes, and one chapter is going to delve deep into data analytics, another chapter is going to dwell into product management area, and business analysis itself. Huge changes happening. We are going to make use of all these things, and with the help of after Sanjay ji get in, all are going to be recorded, and it is going to be well structured, indexed, and it is going to be available. Even this webinar is also recorded, and mostly it will be available for you. These are all the things we are making it as a new way of doing this. So I'm coming back to the certification. Is it very difficult to IIBA certification? Because most of the time, IIBA certification means that, I mean, everyone get confused and they really look into. See, there are 7 certifications are there, and of course, there are 2 types of certification. One is core certification. Core certification is CCBA, ECBA, and then I mean IIB, AAC. These are comes under agile analysis certification. These comes under core certification. Then others are micro certification like CBDA, CCA. All these things comes under micro certification. But one of the best thing, most of the people, you people wanted to be get into CBAB certification. CBAB certification, just you have to choose your certification, then you have to check your eligibility criteria. I'm not going deep into that because this is not a certification clinic. I'm going to give you, this is also simply made it available in the website. If you go to the website and see, choose your certification based on your, I mean, consider that you are 6 to 7 years experience. Many people think that you are not eligible for CPAP certification. No, you are provided based on your experience. You can really look into that. The challenge you will be facing is that you may not know, you cannot bucket, classify, and categorize and different knowledge area, and that is where chapter will help you, and the mentors like me help you to put into that, and we will see that definitely you have that experience. It's not that we are misrepresenting. We are create classifying and categorizing and showcasing that, because you may not be knowing that for example, business analysis, planning and monitoring, you might have done a planning part in your requirement analysis, but you would not have properly recorded and segmented under a business analysis, planning and monitoring knowledge area. When I'm sitting with you and if I ask you a few questions, then yes, did you do that? Did you make a project charter? You do a requirement charter? Yes, 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 like that. If you say, when you say that, definitely without planning and preparation, how you get into action? So the planning might have happened. Like that, we have to that eligibility criteria we need to do, choose your certification. Second is learn about your certification exam. So that learn about certification exam is that the application process, how you undergo the application process, and what can it's all now digitized, and most of the things are automated. So I mean, for example, that even it has been, even your overall cost also maximum minimized actually. For example, even IIBA India can now provide you professional development unit, and CDUs and PDUs can be provided. All these things are possible through study groups. We do through study groups, and I'm going to walk you through that also. Then we have to begin the preparing the exam also. And what generally happens is that, like a ritual, people might just trying to get the I mean, consider that you are going for a CBAB exam. For example, I'll take Sadhana. Sadhana is going for CBAB exam, and Sadhana wanted to get 35 hours. So she just get in and attend some 2 3 days sessions, and she come back and tell me that, yeah, I have completed 35 hours, so I am eligible. That's great, and you are definitely eligible. But you invested 35 hours of your time. What did you learn? And what did you, I mean, with your learning, what kind of practice, what did you get out of that 35 hours of your testing? I mean, did you able to relate with your experience, whatever you have done in 35 hours, and then the earlier 200 to 300 hours or thousands of hours you spend? Can you relate? And then, because end of the day, you are going to identify some contextual or situational I mean cases, use cases you are going to face it. That time this practice need to helpful for you. Then only it is. For example, you are talking to your customer, and you need to do some stakeholder analysis there. And there, I mean, you are not applying any of your educational this thing in your day-to-day work. It's not making any sense to you for spending this much of time. This is where we are trying to bring beginning the preparing for your exam. And beginning prepare for your exam, we have two ways. One way, what we do is subjective understanding. That is, I mean, quite some time we do that. Anyone who attended earlier our study group, they understand. First, what we do is subjective understanding. Then comes to exam orientation. Last few weeks, we just keep on preparing you for exam. I mean, both are very important. One is the subjective and objective. End of the day, you should be able to get that experience connected with your knowledge, and then and identify the correct answer. I mean, that, multiple choice questions. Unless otherwise, both are connected. Your experience and your knowledge is not connected, you cannot address the CBAB exam. So that is what we were preparing that. And you register, you take your certification exam, and the digital badges. These kind of digital badges will be coming to you, and you will be getting in that. Inside that, there is something called. I'm taking you to one more. There is FAQ. Most of the answers you will get through very simple. Hardly you need to spend some 20 minutes to what is the application process. Everything is available here. If you go through this, you know how to do it actually. But still, then what is the certification fee? Whatever the questions, Most of the questions, almost 95% of the questions is answered here. Okay. But in case if you want to know more, yeah, local, I mean, our community is available and we can definitely uh, get you through the. So this FAQ also you need to go through. And if you go through that, just four steps. Step one, which is certification. Second is that, and how you need to get qualified and orient yourself. Then, then is that EEPs or study group, or there are different level how you have to start preparing. And we always recommend a community of practice, and especially you learn more from your peers, not from the who is, suppose if I'm your mentor or a teacher, but more than me, you learn from a peer, because they can give a lot of examples, use cases they can bring in. That's where your real learning happens. And then register and take. Then the fifth step or most important step always I recommend is be a practitioner. The biggest challenge in IT is that every 6 months we learn a new skill and we leave it there. Another 6 months, leave it there. Like that, we keep on jumping into branches. That's it. And instead, if you look at any other profession, a doctor become a super specialist, a lawyer become a judge, a chartered accountant become a very, I mean, he become very specialized in audit, or a specific area of interest he will go, and he will keep on moving in his career, specialized career path. Because in your career action, if you are not a specialist over a period of time, quickly, because you all will agree with me that by 40 or 45, most of our IT career, if you are not specialized, so, I mean, it's gone. You are almost, you will be made retired, and you will see you have to sit at home. And unless otherwise the specialty come in, and the specialty and the practice and the practitioner view, that is where you have to create your value. So this will help you. The purpose of this certification should address that. Actually, certification is the starting of the journey. Then the continuous engagement help you to become a practitioner. When you become a practitioner, you become a coach, and then you become a mentor. Once you become within the organization itself, I'm not telling you that, that way what happens, you become a leader. When you become a leader, your space is strong, because you are accountable for the outcome or output. When you become accountable for output and outcome, you will get what you want to get. This is what I just then, of course, what is the value proposition for certifications. First, it is a global one. And based on your, the certification is based on your level of competency. This has been designed, and then it encourages you to have a continuous learning and development and continuous practice. And then it also have a competency model. There is something called, it will measure your competency, the current competency before certification, what is your competency. And once you get the certification, most of the people honestly agreed with me that, after getting the certification, there is one huge advantage they get. That is that they could relate very well, and I mean, their visibility within the organization improved a lot. That's what their feedback to me. Other feedback is that I passed this certification, but I never get an opportunity to practice. What can I do? Then they come back and ask me, I mean, sir, I passed CWeb certification, but once again they give that BRD, all this, the old template, and I'm just building those templates only. And within the organization, I never get an opportunity. And I always recommend you, then if you don't go, you don't get it, go outside and seek opportunity to. Means, I don't say that you go for another job or another this thing. Of course, that's also a good idea, but what I really say is that help others, and help other, come back to the community and keep helping people. Thereby you can always, your practice is alive. Once your practice is alive, when you are getting an opportunity, it is like driving. No, once again, I'll go back to the driving. Consider that you are 5 years you did not drive at all. Then one day you are taking a car. Are you clear, confident, and courage to take the car and go for a party? I am not. I don't think so. This is what you need to. So the certification is Globally, it will measure your capability and competency, your knowledge and skill. But you need to be practiced. That is from your end, you need to take care. Yeah. Then I spoke about the career action guide. In this career action guide also, see, first you have to plan your career, create your career plan. Okay, I know, sir. Then act, implement your career action. Then review, keep on refine until you reach your goal. Okay, then understand. How do you understand? Go and test with the competency model, and then evaluate. Plan. This is the cycle, and all that things are available for a member. It is available. So this is the career action guide. It just doesn't give some image. You have to get in action. Like if you go to familiarize yourself with the business analysis, see each area. I mean, step by step, it will take you and complete this. But you know what I mean to say, at least it will give you direction. I don't say it is 100% perfect fit for you. It's not that, one size fit for all kind of things. But at least it will give you, I mean, you need to, suppose if you understand, whatever, if I just go to an familiarize yourself business analysis competency model, then here, probably this competency model, you take it and you evaluate yourself. But inside that 100% perfectly, you may not get it, but slowly you will bring those action inside you, but it will give you, the sequence at least, and the priority. First, I need to understand. Second, I need to evaluate. Third, I need to plan. Fourth, I need to act. And fifth, I need to refine, review. This is what I need to do like that. Like that, step by step, it will make you to do that. And of course, that is where our mentoring comes into the picture. So with that mentoring, what happened is that, I mean, we will be helping you. I mean, of course, this year, I'm also going to talk about little bit about that also today. And um, just give me a minute. This is where it will see, we are always worried about our job, I mean, job, it's not bad, but you should know the difference from uh, job and career. Career, you choose. Job, your employee give you work and you do it. Better you choose, I mean, because you enjoy and satisfy whatever you choose. If you ask me, is it easy? I don't know. Maybe if you're smart, you can choose easy way of doing things, but nothing wrong in that. But I mean, always we went, no, job gives you an instant gratification. Career gives a delayed gratification. But unfortunately, no, we are not willing to sacrifice our time and energy to get because any big project, you take it. For example, you want a home, dream home for 10 crores. Is it possible for you to get it? It is a delayed gratification, step by step. You need to plan a lot. You have to resources. So many things are there. It's not money alone. It's a architecture. So many things are there. But overnight you can't get achieved. But what really happens now is, I mean, we are restless and we are busy to get a job. To start our career, yes. But even after 5 years, after 10 years, we are doing something means that, I mean, either we are got into a comfort zone, or we are mentally lazy to even think that, we have to reflect on that actually. So what I recommend here is that choose your career, and IIBA help you to give you a framework in which you can plan, act, you know, slowly you can evaluate, understand, and review. Like that, you can prepare a sequence, and that career action guide is also there. Okay. And then comes to our online. This is where, I mean, we are going to launch this online study group for CPOA and CBA. And the idea is last few people, I don't know. I mean, I think some of our earlier attendee of our study group, it's all manual. We used to have the study, Zoom link, we send Zoom link, and each week somebody talks and it is recorded like that. It went on well, nothing but still what we thought now is we will bring anywhere, anytime and experience, and there is a weekly Q&A sessions we'll keep. All these study groups are now automated, but it is not yet published. And I will take one study group now, which we are going to launch CPOA study group, and I mean we have enough content, and we are going to on the way. It's not everything is ready. We are going to, and also to tell you, last year we could not give this conference recording and all. I mean, I'll also walk through that. Before that, I'll take CBAB online study group. If you look at it, and curriculum, just I'll take, see, because I mean you might have a lot of questions. See, this complete area, it is available, and at your own time, and here, but still there is a session. You will have a session, Q&A sessions, and you will be going in a structured way. We will be going through this. I mean, each area will be going through, and we will be, and there is an exam practice, and in between each area there are quizzes, gamification, and whatever the best we know, we started putting into that. That complete curriculum is available for you to, I mean, you can access from your mobile phone, and even while you are traveling you can do it and all, but you can get started. That is one where, like, it's a recorded version. You can go through this, and with that you'll also get your that 35 hours PDUs. No, especially most of you have that challenge, and this also to we have. But when you are doing this PDU, I mean, what I made, purposefully, you go through this, complete that, and I'm sure that you understood, because there will be a small quiz for you to complete each session, 10 questions or 5 questions. Those questions will be more or less related to your exam questions. Like that, we have prepared a plan, and I'm working on that. But here one thing is that we have made it automated and made it online, and the quality part, yeah, it needs, I mean, probably it will have, always we are quality conscious, and we want to see to that, unless otherwise it is not properly edited. Like that only we are trying to do, but still a long way to go. Like I'll get into, and one more, I mean, like this, we are launching it on CBAB and CPOA on 26th, this online study group. But I'll get more detail today, tomorrow I'll share with you, and you can register yourself and you can get into action. And over a period of next to 2 months, almost all content will be available here, and you can walk through that thing. And there is a Q&A sessions also. We'll do that, and to give you one how it looks like. If you want, I'll take the example of
Business analysis professionals are central to transforming to a data-driven culture. And I know we're all business analysts here, right? I built and sold a business analysis company years ago. Well, there's always got to be that connection to or understanding of the whole, that strategic alignment to the whole, understanding and clarifying the impacts that accelerate decision making, because these kinds of things are really at the center of our profession, right? You're now making decentralized decision at velocity. How many professions are excellent at respectfully challenging and growing, right?
see, like that it will be there. This is what I thought. I mean, another 2 minutes I'll close, and I'll open for Q&A. And we want to see to that over a period of before 2022, almost all the things will be available for you, and it will be automated. And earlier, I know you undergone many so much of pain on CDUs and PDUs and all that, they will be addressed here. And also, not only it is addressed, we also want to have a quality of engagement also. It will be improved. and once you go through 1 week, you will have lot of doubts and questions. So there will be, every Saturday or Sunday or Wednesday, anytime available, there will be a Q&A sessions. Inside these Q&A sessions, and there will be a presentations like that. You will be presenting your own use cases, case studies like that. Without deviating your organizational, what you call copyright or patent. You will be, whatever the best practices or lessons learned, you will be sharing with your peers. This is what we are trying to achieve this year. And being an Independence Day 26th, we want to get started. And I'll be sharing the schedule mostly by, within a day or two. I'll be sharing the schedule. I'll be sharing all these things to you, and we'll get started. And the orientation start on 26th evening between 5 and 6. It will be done actually. Then comes to, I just want to close in next to this thing. We are committed to have professional development day webinar on every third Saturday of every month. And the next webinar will be on February 19th. It is about disruptive technologies and its impact on business analysis like this. And also this webinar calendar also will be sharing. And we will have our IIBA Bangalore chapter annual conference. Stay tuned. It is going to be July 21st and July 22nd. I request each one of your support, because long since, because of the COVID, we could not meet each other. Nothing like, connecting face-to-face meeting. Nothing can replace, no digital can replace our face-to-face emotional conversation what we used to have, which we crave for. And it will be there on IIBA India 2022 annual conference. And Bangalore chapter, myself, Sanjay Ji, both of us are accountable. We are going to make it as a grand success. And then there is going to be 36 interactive events from 7 chapters. These are all, in the form of workshop, in the form of many this thing, it is going to be available. And then we are going to initiate a global chapter, IIBA India chapter mentoring program, but not this quarter, because we have enough in our plate for the first quarter. Mostly on the second quarter we start. Once we get settled with these things, we'll be starting on global mentoring program. This is what we want. We want to access all the global resources and the volunteering, and we want to give 50 different topics. We want to select and publish it. And ultimately what we want to do is superior member experience, membership growth, and certifications. This is what we want to achieve. Okay, I just stop here.
Okay,
Anything?
so the date schedules have not
And that's all.
been
Depending upon.
finalized. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's there are. This is also tentative. Even I say that topic or theme are also tentative and subject to change.
All right.
Because yeah. It's all. I had a conversation with the chapter members and those things, but still long way to go. And I don't want to give anything. This is all based on our theme. 50 topics we choose. Based on these 50 topics, we could get it. And we are strive for excellence. That's all. And we try to do it. People like you are there for me to support, and the member support, and we'll do that. Okay. Yeah. Anand,
Yep.
Anand, unmute and talk, Anand.
Thank you, Swami sir, for taking us to this extent actually. So every year we are moving on to the next phase actually. So it is actually helping us in our career as well as in our maybe our day-to-day practical activities as well actually. So thanks for that first of all. So I was about to ask about the study group and other things, but you have explained me well. So hopefully we'll start joining the group and we'll get benefit out of it actually.
Definitely. You were earlier, you are part of the same way, but a little more intensified way, because we have really, lot of efforts are made for availability, access and availability of content now. So, and another thing I want to tell you here, every member, is that each chapter will have face-to-face session also. And IIBA India will not conduct any face-to-face session. Any virtual session, IIB India will do it. If, for example, Ashok wanted to conduct Chennai chapter, that CBAB study group face to face, he is free to do that because he is a vice president for professional development and he want to conduct that, and then IIB India promote for registration and leave Ashok to do it actually. Because see, repeatedly I'm telling nothing, that face to face session is the best one. Only thing is because of this COVID one, and another thing is we want to see across all the benefit. For example, there are many people approach me and asking me to have some sessions get started, like Anand. There are many asked for, so that and another challenge which I am facing is there are members who don't have access to the chapters. For those people, we are really helping them to do that, but they're free to do all that actually. Okay. Yes, Jignesh. Jignesh, you want to ask a question? Go ahead, Jignesh.
Uh, thank you, Swami sir. This is a excellent initiative from your side to connect with new joiners of the group of the chapter like me. So
Yeah.
I was curious about the CPOA study group. I am
Mhm.
planning to uh, appear for that CPOA exam. I cleared my ECBA exam in December.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I was curious, like how is it compared to the Scrum study group? Like there are many, CPOA certificate. I think other organizations also provide. Like there is an Scrum study group and Scrum.org. So
Mhm.
in terms of value, in terms of industrial value, how does
Mhm.
this fare with IIBA certification? Comparing it
Uh,
with IIBA certification.
Yeah, I mean, first thing is that I don't know about that other group, so I cannot. It is immature from my part to compare with them actually, because I don't know. If I attend that, I know that, but I know what I'm doing, or I know what my team is doing very clearly. For me, experiential learning. There are three types of learning, Jignesh. One is formal, informal, and experiential learning, and we want to combine all the three into one, and we try to do. And the best person, people like Anand, or I mean, other people, Janak, there are people who attended the earlier thing. They know very well that how we used to attend, because we don't believe in theoretical knowledge. We believe in experiential knowledge and bringing, but it is a little tough because end of the day, most of the IIBA certifications are situational questions. And if you don't
Mm.
understand the situation, you can't answer the question. So what we want is we want to you learn in three level. One is theoretical. If you don't know the structure and see anatomy and physiology, you can't do a surgery. Okay, so you need to
Mm.
know the structure, and that is important theory. Second is that you need a informal education, means peer teaches a lot. Peer will
Mm.
clearly say that. So peer type of learning, social learning. Third is
Okay.
experiential learning. You do it yourself and learn. So we give all three components together and combine this for the education. Thereby, what happens? You become a practitioner, because ultimately we want you to become a practitioner. We don't
Okay.
want you to leave it something. That's what I know. But I don't. I can't. Definitely, I can't compare. I don't know. They must be doing much better. I don't know. But what we try to do is we give. I mean, our intention is like this. If I give a template, you ready to use, because you are a consider you are a novice. You don't know anything. I give a template, you completely do. Then, if I give you how to do videos, you will learn better. If I give you resource guide, you will do it better. And if I give you some use cases and scenarios, probably you relate better. These are all the ways we think you can learn. And we try to do that in a bites. That's what we are trying to do.
And sir, I wanted to just again inquire, like, uh, do we have some kind of internship opportunities within the chapter also? Like if
That yeah, it not immediately, because if we want to give you internship of I mean 3 months of continuous engagement, it requires little more deeper effort. I'm sure that at probably 2023, ultimately my thought process is that we have to connect one industry and then a professional forum and academia connect together and give internship and fellowship opportunities. It is not this year, it is not there. But over a period of time, we graduate like this because it's a commitment. It's a deeper commitment when I say internship. Literally, I'm
yeah,
handholding you. So I just don't know, because we are not into commercial space to tell you internship, collect some money and just leave you somewhere. That's not our purpose. 90 days means every day you get an action, we review it, and then are you moving 1% ahead of what yesterday you are yesterday? Like that, we want to do it. So if that kind of commitment, it requires a resource and not time, money, and schedule. I mean, efforts commitment. Not this year, probably next year. Yes, and I know IIBA, Canada is doing, IIBA different chapters are doing. We want to graduate over a period of time like this. And
okay,
I'll take Priyanka's question. No, why learning would be continuous thing? If a target to complete the exam in 2 months, is 2 months sufficient time to prepare for CBAB exam? Priyanka, I mean to answer this question, yes, it is. It is depending upon how much time. It is 2 months every day. How many hours of time you are giving? That is important. On an average, in my experience, Ashok also, I mean, agree with me. I mean, it is an average. I'm telling 200 hours of your intense effort, you can pass an CBAB exam. Ashok, am I right? What is your experience, Ashok?
Yes, sir. It all depends upon the individual's
Correct.
background, work experience, and how well he or she is able to grasp the course content. It could differ. It could be anywhere between 2 to 6 months is what I have seen as a range.
Correct. Correct. So, I mean, so what is your answer, Ashok? Like, actually, while learning would be continuous thing, if I target to complete exam in 2 months, is 2 months sufficient time to prepare for CBAB exam?
Yes, 2 months should be good enough, provided the participant is dedicated in the efforts and taking periodic tests as well to gauge the progress of individual performance. So that should help. Yes. So that way, 2 to 3 months is what is good enough. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Any other questions or any other? That's what I saw. Any chat? Yes. Where do we get mock test? Should we purchase it from some institute? I mean, we don't recommend, as chapter, we don't recommend any resource for anything, because we never objectively seen this is what, this is good, this is bad and all. And but what at the same time, as a part of study group, there are already few participants used to take some of the I mean mock test. When they are doing it, we will help them to attend that, how they do. That's what we do, but we never get into I mean get into like which is the best one and all that. We don't recommend, because it is a conflict of interest. We never get into that actually. Okay, Raghav, so just to go back, and before getting into mock test, Raghav, I strongly recommend that, you just get into the community, join the community, connect with the community, and, check your status, where you stand. That is the starting point for you. Okay. That's it. I think if there is no question, I think we are already 4 minutes beyond our this thing. So I definitely I thank each one of you for your time, and also I really thank each one of you that you people have stood very short time. I mean, my apology for that. Where there are different topic we took, suddenly we have jumped into this topic. That's the reason, because I need to take, I am comfortable with that topic, I have taken this. And it's also a good thing that we started this year with that value proposition with the membership and thing. And Janak, Janak, I'll get connect with you about that, knowledge hub. Please get in touch with me. I will walk you through whenever you get a time, we'll walk through Janak. Janak, you are also one of, I'm also looking for mentors. I'm also looking for, because, any online study group without volunteer, we can't run IIB India. And IIBA India is run by volunteers, not by me. If somebody says I'm doing it, I'm only just a structuring, and wherever there is a gap, I jump in. Otherwise, there are many people behind me who is making it day in and day out, and they do a great job. And we also recognize and reward them wherever we get an opportunity. I'm not alone. So I thank you very much. And also I want to announce you that all the recordings of all the sessions are ready, and in couple of days I'll be sharing with the registered participants will get that sharing, and the CDU part also, because it is also uploaded into a LMS, and you can download the certificate after that, and that certificate becomes a CDU for you. And with that certificate you can claim your CDUs and PDUs and everything you can claim, because it is subjectively that LMS will it will know that how many hours and all. If any challenges, any problem is there in the technical side or a personal side, I myself or any of the president or the board members will jump in and they'll help you to go through that. Okay, with that, thank you very much for your time, and bye for now, and we continue to connect. Thank you very much.